It's always amazing to come to an exhibition in India, to really see, all the new products, how all our players in the market are producing and presenting their new products. And definitely, what is very interesting to see, the fast development which we see from the local companies here, which are really becoming strong. They have a lot of new products which they exhibit here. And I think we really have to watch what they're doing and catch up. Look, I had, like always when I come to India, I had the opportunity to talk to many people. And it's amazing to see, the big plans the Indian government has to add electricity. But knowing how important electricity is, for social and economic development in a country, it's understandable that they urgently have to add capacity. Now, I guess from an ABB point of view, we are very well positioned, independent which energy source they're actually going to use here in the country. We have a quite strong expertise in the country on thermal power plants. Is it on instrumentation control? Is it in electric balance of plant? But also, if they decide to go more in the solar or the wind area, I think we as ABB are very well positioned to support the customer here, using partly the local competence, but whenever necessary, utilizing our global competence, because we have built many of these power plants in other places in the world. There's places in the world where renewable energy is far more developed already than here in India. If you take European countries, in the southern part there's a lot of solar plants and wind energy. In the northern German part there's a lot of windmills installed. And I think ABB is very well positioned, has a lot of knowledge in these technologies. And we just recently made an acquisition in a part of a solar company in Germany, which is producing concentrated solar plants, which is for sure an opportunity to be utilized here in India. But also on the wind side, ABB opened a factory here for wind generators. So whenever these markets open and when there is a need and a demand for such solution, ABB is well prepared to support the customers here. The fantastic situation for ABB is that there is a tremendous need in India still, as we just discussed, for additional power generation. And it doesn't matter what kind of power generation. But whenever power is generated, it needs transmission and needs distribution. And as we clearly see here in India, there is enormous plans on all voltage levels. You see the programs on 765 kV, you see the programs are even going now up to 1200 kV. You see all the activities on HVDC. And I think these are all areas where ABB is very strong. But we should not forget that once the transmission distribution grid is built, it also needs a lot of automation equipment. And we already have a very strong reference project here in Karnataka, where we have one of the largest installation for network management. And if it can just multiply this knowledge and utilize the skills we have from there in other parts of the country, we have enormous opportunities for the future. First of all, I would like to use the opportunity to thank the people here in the region, because they did a fantastic job. I think we see a good development. We all know we had last year a bit of hiccup because we had to correct and finish some of the jobs where we entered in territories where we decided to leave it, like rural electrification. We still have to finish that, but then we will focus on the real growth opportunities where we have a skill set. Another thing which we all have to work together is that we together are seen as a very attractive employer in the country here. So I can only motivate all our employees to talk to their friends, to talk to their colleagues, why not join ABB? Because I think what we urgently need is more people, more talents to help us to grow in the country.